morning. Thank you.
I hope you are well.
Very well, by the grace of God.
All right. Ghana Water Company Limited. How are things going at the Accra East region?
Well, I should say it's fine. Everything is fine.
Everything
only
is fine?
Only that some of our customers are really giving us some difficulties with respect to the payment of their water bills. It's quite disappointing to know that if you send 100 customers their bills, only 30 of them will come
And pay.
out and pay the bill. So we have a customer strength of over 168,000. And only 30% of these customers turn up to pay their water bills after the bills have been sent to them. And that has led to the accumulation of over 270 million Ghana cedi debt owed by our customers. So the arrears position for Accra East Region alone in Ghana Water Company is 270 million.
270 million.
So
in terms
that's
of
quite
debt.
Yes, in terms of arrears that are owed by our customers within the 11 districts in the region. So that's quite disturbing.
Okay, so kindly explain to us which areas make up the Accra East region of the Ghana Water Company.
So
Limited.
when we talk about Accra East region, we are talking about areas like where we are now. This place, the Rage.
Rage,
this
yes.
is Rage. Rage is part of it. Adabraka, Osu, Ringway Estate. We're talking about places like Laboni, Cantonments, Madina, Adenta, Dodowa, Oibi. We are talking about a place like La, or if you call it Labadi. Then we have Tishi, and then Nungwa. So these are some of the areas that are under Accra East region. And the region happens to be the biggest in the country as far as the company is concerned. That's the biggest region in Ghana Water Company.
Okay, and some of these areas are quite, if I can say, they are plush areas, cantonment, Laboni, Rich, where we are, and many others. How is it that you have so much debt on your hands?
That's a worry to us, but it so happens that Ghana Water Company, in order to make the payment of water bills very easy and hassle-free, we've introduced electronic forms of payment. We have electronic platforms where customers can pay their bills in the comfort of their homes, their offices, or even when you are driving and you just remember the Ghana Water Company said they are going to do revenue mobilization and may entail the disconnection of defaulting customers. Just park by the roadside and in less than 2 minutes you are done paying your water bill. But in spite of all that we have done, we still have customers not willing to pay their bills. So currently, as I speak to you, we've embarked on what you call revenue mobilization. And that is where we move from house to house and collecting arrears that are owed by customers. So as I speak to you, we have our staff moving all over the region, collecting arrears. We move from one district to another. The region is made up of 11 districts. So we've divided the region into districts, and these districts are 11. So today, as I know it, we are going to Northeast District, that's Madina area, to collect arrears that are owed by customers. In fact, it's a worry to us because Ghana Water Limited is no longer what you call a subvented organization.
The state doesn't support you anymore?
Not at all. In terms of our day-to-day operations, the government does not support us. We need to generate our own funds, which we call internally generated funds. And it is mainly through the payment of water bills. The bills we send to customers, we expect them to pay the bills, so we'll be able to use that same money to buy chemicals. Chemicals are imported outside the country. So we need to pay millions of dollars for chemicals to be able to treat the water. We need to pay electricity bills. electricity, we pay millions of Ghana cedis every month because all over the country we have treatment plants which have huge pumps that run 24/7. If it is not because we want to do planned maintenance works, our pumps run 24/7. And it means that we have to pay huge sums of money to electricity company because of the electric power that we use in treating the water. And we need to pay staff bills, the salaries of staff, we need to pay their bills, other bills. And we need to buy pipes. We need to buy fuel to fuel our vehicles. We need to buy vehicles for operational purposes. There's so much that we need to do in terms of day-to-day operations. So we are pleading with customers currently that they should do well to pay their bills to us. So we will be empowered, given the strength, the wherewithal, to be able to serve them with water every day. When they turn on their tap, they'll find their bills, their taps running. And without money, the company cannot continue to run.
And how many customers, on record do you have for the Accra East region?
Okay. The Accra East region alone, we have 168,398 customers. 168,398. That's the customer strength. Okay. But you see, as I've said,
yes,
a lot of them don't pay their bills.
When was the last time you did the numbers? Because the population keeps increasing.
Oh, this as at January.
This as at January.
As at January.
All right.
Yeah, as at January.
168,398. And you said the debt levels stand at what level?
270 million Ghana cedis. 270 million Ghana cedis. As at December, it was 243. As at December 2024. It was 243. But in January, it has risen to 270 million.
But why so much? I mean, why are the debt levels so high? Isn't there any way to get the people to pay for the services you render to them?
That is why I'm saying that maybe somebody will say, I work, I'm a busy person, a career woman, a career man, I have to go to the office, I don't have time to go to their pay point or to a bank or anywhere to pay. So we brought payment of water bills just to your mobile phone. In fact, it is said that almost every 4 minutes, people check their mobile phones. They look at their mobile phones to see whether there is a message. Because if you're a career person, maybe there's something you need to attend to quickly. So every now and then, you have to take your phone and look at it. So we brought payment of water bills to your phone, as close to you as possible. So it's a worry. It's something we don't understand how, in spite of all of that, electronic payment of water bills, use your phone. All you need to do is to dial star 1010 hash. Star 1010 hash. And you paid your water bill. In just about 2-3 steps, you paid your water bill. Star 1010 hash. You paid your water bill. Or you can also download what we call GWCL customer app, either from Play Store or App Store.
Okay.
And just pay your water bill. You can use that same app to pay the bill every month. You can use that same app to see your water bill that has been delivered, that has been printed. And then you can use it also to know your billing history, your payment history.
Okay.
So there are a lot of things you can do with that same app.
Okay.
So this is how close we brought the payment of water bill to our customers.
Essentially, you simplify the process, but some of them are still not compliant.
Still not.
But which categories of your customers, owe the GWCL the most?
Good. Let me start by commending government for paying all the bills of MDAs.
Okay.
Now, if you go to universities, hospitals, department, agencies, municipalities, government has paid all the bills owed by these agencies. So they are not owing. In fact, within Accra East region alone, government
the ministries is part
ministers,
of
ministry, departments, and agencies, universities. There's a credit of 8 million cedis that are standing in the on the bills of government.
Okay.
So government overpaid the bills owed Ghana Water Company. So government is not owing us. I think it was done last year, April.
Okay.
Last year, April.
Fantastic.
Government overpaid even the bill. So government is in credit as far as bills are concerned.
Okay.
So those who are owing Ghana Water Company, that 270 million are private customers.
Okay.
Private customers. By private customers, I'm talking about hotels, I'm talking about private schools, I'm talking about residential customers, washing bays, shop bars, restaurants, and private individuals. So we don't have government owing Ghana Water Company as at now. Government rather has credit standing in the books of Ghana Water Company. So as and when we bill, that we take out of that credit credit balance that the government has. So all the 270 million are owed by private customers of Ghana Water Company.
And how do you handle this group to ensure that they pay for the water they have used?
Normally, we send water bills monthly.
Okay.
Every month, we send water bills. And when we send your water bill, once you are owing, we write under it due immediately. It means that payment that we brought to you, that bill brought to you, the payment is due immediately. You are supposed to go and pay. And in the past, we thought customers coming to our pay points or going to a bank or walking or driving to any place to pay the bill would be a hassle to them. So we decided that we will bring payment of bills to their mobile phones.
Okay.
Yet these bills are not being paid. So from time to time, we undertake this exercise called revenue mobilization. So as I'm speaking to you, our staff are going from house to house to collect revenues that are owed.
Okay.
Arrears that are owed by customers. So if you are a customer of Ghana Water Company and you're hearing my voice on Starr FM, we are saying that water company depends on the bills you pay. Water company depends on the arrears you are owing now to survive. So as long as you don't pay your bills, you make it very, very difficult for water company to continue to run as a company, as a business. Because, as I've said, there are so many bills to pay. Chemicals, salaries, electricity bills, pipes, fuel, buying operational items. All these things require money. And we don't receive any subvention for our day-to-day operations. We rely solely on the bills that we send to you. The payment of these bills are what we need to be able to remain in operation. So we are pleading with you, kindly come and pay your water bill. So whenever you turn on your tap, it will be flowing. Because if it gets to a point that water company can no longer buy chemicals, how are we going to be able to serve you with water?
And I understand, I mean, we've been hearing consistently that it's costing the Ghana Water Company Limited a lot more these days to purify the water that we use, to treat the water that we use. How much of your monies do go into purchasing these chemicals compared to the past when, you know, illegal mining was not such a menace?
Even though I'm not here to talk about illegal mining, but I wish to say that the chemical that we use in purifying water, treating water, especially the highly polluted rivers, we are paying 4 times more.
Wow.
Yes, 4 times more. Because there is this coagulant called polyelectrolyte. Polyelectrolyte. That is the chemical that we are now using to as a coagulant. At first, we were using aluminum sulfate. But having switched to polyelectrolyte or polymer for short, the company is paying 4 times more than what we're paying for aluminum sulfate. So you can imagine how much more water company has to invest in the treatment of water to be able to get the water to a portable state, make it portable for you to be able to use. So we are paying so much in terms of treatment chemicals.
And in terms of those who do not pay their bills on time or do not pay at all, avoid the payment, beyond the revenue mobilization, are there any punitive measures at all to ensure that people pay for the services you render?
All right. When we find out that we've done everything we need to do, we've come to your house, demanded payment, you are not paying, we've disconnected your service. Sometimes you think that disconnecting the service of a customer would make him or her come forward and pay. There are unfortunately some, excuse my word, recalcitrant customers who refuse to pay their bills in spite of disconnection. So when that happens, we are forced to drag such customers to court to be able to get our money. That is actually the last resort. That is when we have done all that we have to do and the customer still fails to pay the bill, then we have no option than to take such customers to court. In fact, personally, as a PR person working for the company, I've had occasions where I take journalists to court for them to cover such court cases involving customers who have failed to pay their bills in spite of demand notices that we send to them, in spite of disconnection that is done and all of that, so that we will bring such cases to the public for people. And that is not a good thing. For example, if you're a hotel and you're owing, maybe you're owing 10,000 and we've disconnected you and you don't pay, we'll take you to court and your name is mentioned, I mean, you are destroying your business. So we are pleading with all the customers who are owing us. The water company is not interested in, publishing names of defaulting customers just for the fun of it. But if push comes to shove, we may end up taking such customers to court.
And, in trying to make the payments easier for customers and all that, I understand that you're on a mission to go paperless entirely. What does that process involve?
All right.
What does that process involve?
Okay, thank you. Now, technology is making work so easy. We have, for the past 7 years, been sending our customers both electronic bills and paper bills.
Okay.
So that as you receive your bill on your mobile phone or in your email, if you are interested, if you give us your email, every month we send bills to you both through your email and then on your mobile phone. It's been about 7 years now. We can't continue to foot the bill of sending you electronic bills and then printing the paper bills.
Okay.
So in Accra East region, we have started piloting only the electronic bills. So at the end of the month, customers receive their bills either on their phone or
via email,
also through their email. But sooner than later, we are going to go fully paperless. That is to say, the customer will no longer receive his bill in a paper form.
Okay.
Rather, you only receive it as an electronic bill on your phone or through your email.
Okay.
So we are pleading with customers, inviting them to kindly send us their mobile phone numbers, their contacts. If you have never received your bill on your phone before, this is the time for you to call us 0302 774011, 0302 774011, or 0302 218240. 0302 218240. Okay. Give us your phone number so that at the end of every month we can give you your bill on your phone. Call these numbers. Or if you have any complaint at all, I think I was on this station, on GH1 TV last week Wednesday, on the 19th of February. And I mentioned that if your water does not flow over a period, kindly come to my office at 37, just after Jubilee House. Between 37 Hospital and Jubilee House, our office is there. Just come there and lodge that complaint so that we will come to your place. Sometimes it is a localized problem, meaning it is just within your community that the water is not flowing.
Because
not that.
In fact, my next question was going to be around that, to ask you how frequent and reliable water supply is in this region that you are.
Good. So if you don't receive water, if for one reason or the other your water has not been flowing for some time, just come to our office. For security reasons, I will not be able to put out my mobile phone number. But these numbers that I've given, 0302 774011 or 0302 218240, call and make a complaint. Or if you want to come there, you can come. You can see me, the communication manager, and we will make sure our people come to your place to find out what is happening.
You were talking about some of the challenges that could lead to that.
Come again?
You were talking about some of the challenges that can lead to water not getting to people's homes.
You see, I was in Takoradi for 8 years. I came here only this month.
Okay.
And there was a time somebody called me and said he lives at Anaji, a lady. She lives at Anaji, and her water has not been flowing for some time. I said, oh, is that the case? Okay, so I took her number and I asked our distribution team to go there. When they went there, they realized that the problem was with the meter. The meter was blocked, and the water definitely passes through the meter before it enters the house of the customer. So when they checked it, the meter was blocked. When they removed the blockage, the water started flowing. So it might be that the problem is within your pipeline, your service line, or within the area. When they come there, they will be able to find out. Let me concede, though, that it is not all our customers who get water all the time. We ration water in certain communities.
Such as?
For example, if you come to Adenta or OEB, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, your water will not flow. On Thursdays, it will not flow, and then on Sundays. Why? Because the demand for water now far outstrips the supply. In fact, the population has grown to the extent that we are not able to supply water to every customer of the company 24 hours in the day, 7 days in a week. So we ration the water because of the demand far outstripping the supply. So we serve some customers within certain days. So just like what I've said, OEB, Tuesdays,
Thursdays, and Sundays.
Yes, the water will not flow. So once you know the days on which your water flows, then you make sure that you have storage which you can use to conserve water, so that on the days that the water does not flow, you will be able to depend on the water that you have stored until the water starts flowing again.
And is this widely communicated to the residents?
Yes, it is. All the people in the areas know. In fact, yesterday, somebody who lives in a community where my house is located in OEB called me and was telling me that this is the day
the
that
pattern
they get the
have
water.
noticed. Okay.
Good. And then just this morning when I was coming, he called and said he didn't know that on Mondays and Tuesday the water will flow, but on Wednesdays and Thursdays the water will not flow, and then on Saturday the water will not flow. But they realized that on Monday the water flowed for just a short period. Around 10 a.m. the water stopped. Tuesday didn't come. And they know that after today the water will not flow. So they want to find out why the water did not flow on Monday when they were supposed to get water. Okay. So all the people in those areas are aware. So when the water does not flow, then they alert us. So immediately the person called me. I called the district manager for Dodowa and told him that this is a report that I've received. So he will definitely find out why the water did not flow on Monday. So it is communicated to the customers or the consumers in those communities.
Okay. Does your area cover Dom Kwabenya?
Dome Kwabenya.
Does it fall under?
Yeah, Dome Kwabenya is under Accra East. Yes.
Okay.
Dome Kwabenya,
So
yeah.
a listener sent you a message and says that their water flows only on Thursdays. Are they also on a ration?
I will have to find out. I just came not too long, so I'll have to find out whether it is the case that they get water only on Thursdays. Yeah. I'll write it and then find out.
Okay. And how responsive are you when it comes to some of your pipes that get destroyed and you see water gushing out? Treated water just being wasted away, whereas in other places the water is not getting to them, but treated water is being wasted.
Okay, madam, let me concede again that sometimes our people delay in responding to complaints of pipe bursts and leakages sometimes, but in most cases also we don't get to hear when there is a burst or leakage, or sometimes we get to hear very late, and by which time so much water will have gone to waste. So I plead with our customers that whenever you are driving somewhere or you are walking along a street and you see water going to waste, kindly call us. The number is 0302 774011. 0302 774011 or 0302 218240. Call us, alert us, and let us quickly come and resolve it, because our people are always available. In fact, we have night teams that work in the night. So once you call, we will relay this information to them and then they will come and resolve it. So it is not on all occasions that our people hear but they don't respond quickly. There are times that immediately we hear, we will come over and then at least to stop the leakage, to stop the water from going to waste before we try to fix it.
Kindly repeat the numbers for the helpline.
Good. The call center number, where they are always available, is 0302 218240. 0302 218240. And then we have 0302 774011. 0302 774011.
Okay.
So I will try and see if I can get a mobile phone, because the call center also has a mobile phone number.
Okay, while you look for it, I just want to be sure whether these are the numbers accurately. You said a number that the call center 0302 218240.
That's the number.
And then there's also 0302 774011.
And then the call center, we have mobile phone numbers.
Mobile phone number.
So they are ready now.
Okay. What's the number?
020 73 85 089. 020 73 85 089. And there is another phone number, a mobile number. 020 73 85 090. 020 7385090. And then there is also WhatsApp numbers. That one only on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So maybe you've seen a leakage somewhere, a burst pipe somewhere. You can take a shot of it and then send it to, take a video of it and then send it
to the WhatsApp
line. The WhatsApp numbers. The WhatsApp numbers are 0555 123393. 0555 123393. Then the second WhatsApp number 0555 155524. Let me repeat it. The WhatsApp number again.
Okay.
0555 155524. These are WhatsApp numbers. Please do not call
it.
Just WhatsApp. If there's a video of a burst pipe, send it to these WhatsApp numbers, and we will come quickly and resolve it.
Okay. I don't know whether Tema, Lashibi, and Sakumono fall under your watch.
No,
you don't.
It falls under Tema region.
Tema region. Okay.
Tema is also an autonomous region on its own.
Okay. Because one of our listeners also said saying that as for them, they do not have water at all.
Well, I will relay it to Tema. But we also cover East Legon and Trasaco.
Okay.
Accra East also covers East Legon
all
and
those
Trasaco.
areas. Okay, all right. So you mentioned that areas where you ration is because demand outstrips supply, and so you have to ration at a certain point. You know, you mentioned La and Teshi being part of your catchment area. I mean, in the past, it was notorious for not having water supply. How is the situation there now?
Oh, at the moment, it's no longer the case. In fact, my boss, my regional chief engineer, also lives at Teshi.
Okay.
And he gets water. We either serve them from, there is a desalination plant.
Is it still working?
It's still working.
Okay.
It's still working. So we either serve them from the desalination plant or with water from Tema, motorway. So we serve them from two sources, either from the pipeline that brings water from Pong,
yes.
From Tema along the motorway, or we serve them through the desalination plant. So the place is no longer a water starved area. It's no longer a water starved area.
And how crucial is electricity supply to your work as well?
Well, if ECG goes off, our plant goes off. Our plant goes off.
Okay.
Because some people ask this question every time I go on air. They say, "Oh, why don't you have generators to power your plant when the electricity goes off?" In fact, all over the country, our treatment plants have huge equipment, especially the pumps.
Okay.
As I said, the pumps run 24 hours a day, 7 days in a week. And the kind of electric power we need, it will be difficult for us to power them with diesel generators. Or even if it's possible, we can't afford the diesel. Yes. Because in that case, all that cost will have to be added to the tariff. And that will be prohibitive. That is why we don't have generators that power our plants. Because the cost will go through the roof and customers cannot afford to pay. That is why we don't have generators. So we depend solely on ECG. But in other areas too, it's Gridco that supplies us. So either ECG or Gridco. Or in the north, we call Netco. Not electricity. So Netco or ECG or Gridco. We depend solely on them, not generators, because the cost will be too much for our customers to bear. Even if Ghana Water Company can afford, the customers cannot afford to pay that bill.
How well do you maintain our, water hydrants?
Hydrants?
For our fire service.
As far as I know, these hydrants are serviced every now and then when there's a need. So having come to Accra here, I may have to find out how frequent we do service these hydrants. Because they are very important for firefight fighting purposes. Because if, for example, there's a fire at Accra Central and the fire hydrants there are not working, they may have to go to some place that is far to go and fetch water and come. By which time there must have been some damage already caused.
Okay.
So I'll find out how the hydrants are maintained here in the city.
Okay, that's fine. Because usually when we have rampant fire outages and they have to go out there to get water, it usually comes up about in relation to how some people have usually built on these hydrants and stuff like that, and does not make room for the fire service to access them when they really need them.
Okay, so as I've said, I will really have to do some check.
Okay, so if you have any other messages, you can send them to our number 0552880216 so that I can relay that to our official here to give us some answers. So if you are in an area where, for instance, your water is not regular, I mean, it should be in this catchment area that we are talking about. I mean, this is the Accra East region, 11 districts, and all includes places like Cantonment, Laboni, among others. So please, if you are owing as well, please go out there and pay, and don't give the people problems. All right, go out there and pay your bills, because it's the same bill. It's the same bill you are paying that they would use to maintain these hydrants. Okay, so let me open the telephone lines briefly. 0552880216. Send us call in, and if you have any questions, we can put that to our office at Mr. Barnier this morning. Because a message that just came, it says, "Good morning. Now, please open the line so we can ask him questions." So, 0552880216. My first caller. Hello there. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I sent that message from Kwabinya.
Okay, let's hear you.
I have a peculiar issue, and let me start with this issue. You see, where I am, South Kwabinya, due to that, almost 1 year now. April will be 1 year. That's why I stopped using Ghana. I didn't log the stop clock because in my catchment area, they will only open the tap Friday evening. Then the next morning, which is the Saturday, they lock it up. At times 3 weeks without water. And the most annoying part, from our side, we have a telegram platform that they will be putting all this schedule on, that you will be on it too. Every time we'll be complaining on the platform that water is not coming, but they keep on posting this schedule, but you not get water. I complain now on the platform. When we complain, they don't care. What they do is just put the schedule on it. Due to that, after I log the stop code at this, because with that borehole now, so I log the stop code. Do you know on the reading on the meter, it is 1260 because they brought some bill. We said let me go ahead and clear. After I have cleared on the meter, you are seeing what 1260, but they are what on the itemized bill they brought again. It is 1280, and they want us to pay this 20,000 liters of this. Due to that, almost 200, I haven't paid because I found not to pay that bill. Because on the meter, you are saying 1260, but you have written on your itemized bill 1280. The meter can say, look at what you see. So how come it was on your this itemized bill 1280? Meanwhile, it is 1260 when you see. So almost a year now, we've lost the stock up. It's sad because you can't put on the platform that a lot of this. They don't even mind. You complain, they won't mind you. They just put the schedule. So they need to just check up and tell the district. Because it's not far from where I am. I normally work in the shop. Me and Starr, I said, let me ignore these people. They are not serious. So they should just check and let them do something about it. When we complain, they have to listen to our complaint. Not putting schedule down or people will not be getting water. Have a good morning now.
Have a good morning too. Thank you for your call, Eben. 0552880216. Call us. Let's hear from you with regard to the challenge you have when it comes to water supply in the Accra region. Accra East region, sorry, I beg your pardon. The Accra East region, what exactly are your challenges when it comes to water supply? We are in the studio with Nana Yao Berima Banier. He's a manager communications, Accra East region, Ghana Water Company Limited. While I wait for the others to call in, kindly help us understand what is the challenge exactly for the Kwabenya area. Our caller says that they used to get water only on Fridays, Saturdays, Saturdays it is locked, and sometimes 3 weeks no water. They've complained incessantly, but there's no response. Okay, quickly, let me pick this call, and then I'll get your answer for that one. Hi there, your name and where you're calling us from?
Oh, now Alhaji Umar Bawa, the defender of democracy. Now,
good morning.
We are very grateful for you. And my greeting to your resource person. All I want to ask is that how do they measure the calibration of their meters? Because sometimes I will get 300, sometimes I'll have 700. Now, the difference is, just imagine, earlier on, and the water comes on Tuesdays, comes on Wednesdays and Thursdays till the next week. So, in fact, I don't know. The water billing, they must check about it because that is what is putting many people off.
In which area are you?
I'm at Kutubabi police station.
Okay, I'll ask whether that is in his catchment area. Okay.
I'm not so much. I'm here with my family and two guys who are helping me here in the house. I don't fetch much water.
Okay, so Mr. Bania wants some clarity with regard to your issue with the calibration. Can you explain it? Can you be clearer?
The clearer is that when they come and take the readings of the meter, and then they are bringing in the amount to be paid, there's differences. The differences become vast differences.
As in, what they read on the meter is not the same thing that is put on the bill?
You see, that is what I want him to try and make sure that those people that goes around to read the meters, they do it well, and then when they are bringing us the amount to be paid, it reads exactly what we have used on the meter.
All right.
Otherwise, the differences are so much.
All right. Thank you very much for your call. Okay, so Mr. Bania, we have Kutubabi and
let me first
so let's address
respond
Kwabenya.
to Omar Bawa's question.
Okay, the Kutubabi one.
It must not happen. It should not happen that the reading on the meter should be different from what is on the bill. No.
Okay.
In a particular month, the reading must always be the same because it is the reading on the meter that we take and use that to bill the customer. Okay. So if we come to your house and then your reading is like maybe even added to what the first caller said.
Yes.
That the reading on the meter is 1260, but the bill is 1280. It must not happen. So those who called, the Omar Bawa and the first man who called from South Kwabenya, kindly come to our office. I'll be there today, straight from here. Okay, by 12 o'clock I should be in the office.
In the office, okay.
So come. We'll have to find out why that is the case. If there's a need for us to write what you call a credit adjustment for you, we'll do that. Okay. The reading on the meter must not be different from what is on the bill. They must always be the same.
Okay.
Because we transfer what is on your meter onto the bill. So if what is on your bill is higher than what is on the meter, then that's wrong.
That's wrong. Okay. Another caller. Hello there. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello.
Yes.
No, good morning. How are you, man?
I'm well. How are you too?
No, I'm fine. Resetting, so I'm fine. Now, I can attest to the payment on the phone, the Starr 100100. I'm addicted.
Is it Starr 1010, Starr 1010 hash?
Yes, Starr 1010. Yeah, Starr 1010. That's where I normally pay water bills, and it's very efficient. There's no need for you don't get any deduction from whether e-levy or whatever it is. But when you go through the 170 through there, it will be deducted. So customers take note of that. And then I want to find out something. see, they are not in charge of Sakumono, right?
Sakumono, no, it's under Tema.
How about Amasama?
Accra West.
Amasama is Accra West.
Accra West, so they are not in charge of that.
No.
And then the bill is like the rate is 8.9 or so. Is that what you are charging? Is it 8.9 something, boss?
Yeah, I am not too sure of the tariff by 8 point something, but I'm not too sure. But let me explain. The tariff, we have the 0 to 5. The 0 to 5 is 4 point something. 4 point something. But immediately you go beyond 5 to even 6. We don't charge you 4 point something anymore. We charge you the 8 point something. I'm not too sure, 8 point something, but I'm not too sure how much it is.
No, you have really answered my curiosity. You answered that one correctly. That is 1.8.9. So that's another. Anyway, it seems as if your water, I don't know whether it's due to the Galamsey issue. The color is not good at all. That's from the Amasama enclave, not the Sakumono enclave. From Amasama, that is the one coming from Isawam. It's as if as soon as you put on the water, no, you see that brownish, and at the end of the day, settlements are so down there. Brownish, I mean, substances, which is really annoying. Is it safe for us to be drinking that one, or only we have to use it for bathing or cooking? Can you answer that for us?
Someone is under Accra West, so I wouldn't be able to, respond directly.
You should be able to. You should be able to. I mean, at least you are communicating for Ghana Water, so you should get all the facts from every corner. Anyway, have a good day. Now, thanks for.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay, thank you for your call. Yes, I mean you're dealing with issues within your region, but in terms of the quality of the water, my area is around the Bubiashi area.
Okay.
Water is quite constant in terms of supply, but the color, there are days where the color is not pleasing. It's sort of brownish as well. What could be responsible for that?
Again is under Accra West.
That's also under Accra West.
Yes, it's under Accra West.
Okay, all right. Another caller. Hello, your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Kindly turn off your radio.
Sorry. Alaji Bawa, Umar Bawa. I want to find out from the officer if a person has 2 people in the house and 2 workers, and he's paying 700 CDs for only water. Alaji Bawa, you are a bourgeoisie. The OST should investigate you.
Okay, all right. Thank you for your call. He doesn't have a complaint. He was seizing one of the callers that called in earlier. All right. So, any final words to, especially those who are owing and those who may have one challenge or the other?
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, my final message is that Ghana Water Limited depends on the bills that are sent to our customers to sustain the operations of the company. In fact, if we bring you a bill and you don't come, you give us the power to continue to serve you. We need the payment of your bill. Without you, we don't exist. And without us, you can't exist. Every human being needs water. But the water, it is said, in tree, if you're talking of medicine, the medicine is from leaves. And if you don't go to the bush, you can't get the leaves. The same way, without money, water company cannot exist, cannot continue to be in operation. And this money can only be obtained through the payment of water bills by our valued customers. Please pay your bills to us so that this 270 million arrears will be cleared. And water company will be able to serve you. Whenever you turn on your tap, the water will be flowing. This is my last message. But then, let me say that if you have never received your bill on your phone before, then the likelihood is that you have not given us your phone number so that we can send you your bill. Kindly call 0302 21 8240 0302 21 8240 and give us your account, your bill. Sorry, your phone number, and then give us your account number as well, so that we can continue to send you your bill on your phone. You can also add your email address if you are interested, so that as we bring the bill to you on your phone, it can also be sent to you via your email address. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much. Before you go, let me read this message that came. Someone, a listener said, I'm afraid that the Ghana Water Company will continue to pile up debt so long as the cost of pipe-borne water is above the means of most Ghanaians. And that's from Jojo. That's a caller. That's a listener there. He believes that the costs or the cost for pipe-borne water is above the means of many Ghanaians. Is that a view you share?
Madam, let me explain something to you.
Okay.
Now,
kindly speak into your microphone.
Okay, let's even use the upper limit of the bill, the tariff rather, the upper limit of the tariff. Between 0 and 5, it is 4 point some, maybe 4.6.
Okay.
But beyond 5, it is 8 point, I don't know whether it's 8.3. I'm not too sure of the tariff, but 8 point something.
Okay.
It means 8 cedis per cubic meter. Do you know what a cubic meter is? It is, we have this container or barrel. I can't call it a barrel, like a container. Okay. The white one with some metals around it. There's a container that we use in storing water.
Okay. Is it the ones during construction we see them by the roadside?
Yeah. There are metals around. White is white in color, but there are metals around it. That is a cubic meter of water. It contains a cubic meter of water. In fact, the polymer that we use, that is what the polymer is brought in. It's brought in those containers. Those storage with white container with metals around it. That is a cubic meter of water. A cubic meter of water.
That comes at what you said the cost is?
And the cost is 8, let's say 8.9. 8 cedis 90 pesos.
Under 1 cedi.
That's under 1 cedi. No, it's 8 cedis 90 pesos. 8 cedis 90 pesos. It's under 10 cedis.
Okay.
That's a whole, container. That container is just 1 cubic meter of water. Okay. And that it costs less than 10 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you buy 500 mils of bottled water, it costs 2 cedis. Let's say 2 cedis. Some people sell it 2 cedis 50 pesos. Just 500 mils, less than one liter. It costs 2 cedis 50 pesos. Or let us say, this 500 mils, 2,000 of that. 2,000 of that is what we are selling below 10 cedis. 2,000
of that. Even if you look at the medium bottled water, when you're buying the pack of 12,
good.
The pack of 12 is close to 30 cedis.
Good.
So
you see, water company water is the cheapest you can get anywhere. Is the cheapest you can get anywhere. Our water is so cheap. So if somebody says it's expensive, well, I don't know why he's saying it's expensive. But our water is the cheapest you can get. Anyway. When somebody's water is not flowing and he buys a tanker of water, sometimes that tanker, let's say it's 10,000 liters, you pay about 500 Ghana cedis for that 10,000 liters of water. But in our case, that 10,000 liters costs much less than even 100 cedis. It costs less than 100 cedis. That 10,000 liters of water, it costs less than 100 Ghana cedis. So our water, in fact, is the cheapest you can get anywhere.
All right. Mr. Banier, thank you so much for joining us. And I am Berima Banier, Manager Communications, Accra East Region, Ghana Water Company Limited. Please go out there and pay your bills. Thank you so much, sir, once again for joining us here.
I'm very grateful.
On the Morning Star. You're still listening to the Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM.